to dance. Come on. I just want to praise you. Oh, this is my part. I just can't seem to find a reason to believe that I can. I'm going to karaoke. Okay. I had been down for so long that I thought hope was gone. But as I lift my hands, I understand that I should praise you through my circumstance. All right. I'm good. Thank you. The Christmas Widow. Yes. Those of you that do know me are probably expecting me to talk about the day that I buried my husband, who died on Christmas Eve, and that 9 months later, I discovered his 5-year affair. But I'm not going to talk about that today. You can catch me another time for that. I am dubbed the Pain Princess, and somebody had asked what my superpower was. And I said, you know, I'm one of those weird ones. Let's get to the pain. Let's just get in there. We all have it. There is so much power trapped in your pain that you don't use because you're trying to run from it. So I get asked so often, how do you stay so positive? How do you stay so strong? How did you not let your faith falter, not one bit, when your world was crumbling beneath you? And I never understood this question. Like, what do you mean? Isn't there positivity in everything if you choose to look for it, right? That's what we're like programmed to believe. My strength, that's not me. That's my GOD, my grand overall designer. So whoever that is for you, whatever you believe, but that's my GOD. And faith faltering, what's that? I'm in love with my GOD. I believe in commitment. I believe in loyalty. Why would I falter? So I never quite understood the question until recently. That's right. Until recently. That's right. I realized it was never the question that I didn't understand. It was that place of disparity that it was being asked from. That's what I never understood. So I am the type that believes in just ripping the Band-Aid off. Hell yeah. Let's let that wound be exposed so it can start to heal. Amen. Right? So today, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about my son that fights the calling of suicide on his life at least 3 times a week. Because that's his story, not mine. And I trust he will share it someday. But I am going to talk to the moms and the dads and the sisters and the brothers and the cousins and the family and the world about what it's like to watch and love them through it. You see, it was a few weeks ago, just very recently, a good friend of mine had a post on Facebook. Anybody ever heard of Facebook? Yeah. What's that? And I don't know, it was about mental awareness or mental illness, and it was a good post. And I see all these comments, so I thought, let me just read. And as I'm reading, I'm like, okay. Who's this girl? Can I go and beat her? You know what? Because I don't like what she's saying right here, right now. And I thought, do I respond? Do I respond? And I thought, no, GOD, just breathe. And I'll use my words ever so eloquently to get my point across, because I'm the nice one. So I just commented. And I said, until you know what it's like to pray for a good night's sleep and hope that when you wake up, your child is breathing, you don't have a right to have an opinion. Until you know what it's like to work and grind and hustle and have to leave your house and come home to keep everything going, and you hope when you open that door, your child is breathing. Until you know, you don't have a right to have an opinion. Until you know what it's like to watch the other half of your heartbeat cry in agony because they just want it to stop and you can't help, you don't have a right to have an opinion. Do you think they want to feel this way? Do you think it can just be a choice that they pop out of? Because if you do, you don't have a clue. I want you to imagine being happy. You're on a boat, enjoying the sun. The water is sparkling. You know how that glistens? Music's playing, it's all good. And out of nowhere, bless you, your child just jumps overboard. You're like, what? And you're panicked. You're like, here, life vests, inner tubes, here's some rope, grab it, hold on, I'm gonna pull you up, I'm gonna help you in, and they're like this. You can't make them grab it. You see them and they're hoping that they can tread long enough so they can get tired and just sink. And you can't make them come in. And you can't jump in and get them either, because how would you help both of you? And what do you do when you have another child waiting for you to get home? So when I think about the questions, how do you stay so positive? Trust. Haven't we heard? Trust the journey. Trust the process. Does that work when it's just in your favor? When it's what you're working towards? Trust the journey. Trust the process. That goes for all things. God does not make mistakes. How do you stay so strong? Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Mom, you didn't cause this. Dad, that time you yelled at them when they were 5, that's not why they're here. When you're tired of hearing their story again and again and again, forgive yourself for being like, oh, we gotta do this tonight. Like, I got a million things to do. Forgive yourself. How do you not let your faith falter? God does not make mistakes. And that child of yours, that child of mine, I'm borrowed. That's God's child. So I trust that God will do what's right. I trust my part in listening. I can't help. I can get resources and drugs and all the things. but I can't make someone love themselves. I have faith to move mountains, but I can't make someone believe. So I never knew how powerful this topic was until I put my comment on that Facebook post. And a mom said, it's like I'm reading my thoughts. It's like you took my words and knew how to put them on paper. And so I just want to remind you, as the parent, as the friend, as the person on the outside, take care of you, because you cannot be good to anyone if you can't be good to yourself first. And trust the process. You have to let go and let God. Thank you.